greatest hits of all time.
Don't miss this great LP. The greatest hits of a great epic.
Wakuna chasio, asia chakwan, opanini wani, ya bokwano kotu osiano, asio ni frititio, odman mampon kontonchi, obo hie kumana na yai, mampon kontonchi, obo hie kumana na yai.
Good day, listeners and viewers. You're welcome to Ike FM Online Radio and Ike Online TV, the program we've been having each and every Thursday on spirituality under the topic Stepping into the Spiritual Realm is here with you today, and I'm with Uncle Sam. This program is proudly brought to you by Ike Multimedia Network and Ike Electronics. You can contact them for more information on 0242-273751 or 0267-112743. You can listen to us on ikefmmodernghana.com and also listen to myradio.com. Our Facebook page is ICK Online TV. YouTube channel is also ICK Online TV. I'll be moving to Studio B to welcome our guest. Uncle Sam, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Please, how are you doing?
As usual.
Wow.
Doing very well.
Glory. We last discussed about the soul's journey into the spiritual realm, and we talked about 3 attributes as words, deeds, and thoughts. But we've discussed about the word. So what do you have for us today?
Yeah, thank you, Queen. I think then we have to move straight to the next topic, which is deeds. As I said, the soul needs these 3 attributes in order to perfect its journey. Whatever we do affects the soul negatively or positively. And you see, as human beings, we most often look at our physical abilities, our strength, our health, and what we can get. It's good. We need to be comfortable in order to, even if you want to do any spiritual work and you are not feeling comfortable, it will be very difficult for you to act. Some people fast in order to gain spiritual strength or whatever it is. And you see, fasting in itself puts pressure on the body. And the body becomes weak. When that happens, the mind also becomes weak. It cannot concentrate because a hungry man cannot actually be stable. So you will be able to fast for whatever you want to gain. But if you want to do mind work, it will affect you. So the body needs that comfort. It needs to be happy. I mean, it needs that flexibility. But what we are seeing is that when we come to look at this form of flexibility or comfort for the body, we do it and we neglect the soul completely. That is, we look for money, we look for cars, we look for buildings, partners and other things. They are all good. But at the end, we ask a question: what is the share of the soul in all these things? So it's good you become happy. It's good you become comfortable. It's good you are relaxed and in all terms feel good. Whatever activity that you do in order to make the body comfortable needs to be looked at in so many ways. In so many ways, because at the end, we ask, did the soul get a share in what you did? I've told you that the soul is to journey. And if it is to journey, these attributes that I'm talking about are very, very important in its journey. They are the fuel upon which it will travel. I told you that it travels in a vehicle called mind, and it needs some form of fuel. And the fuel that it needs are these attributes that we are talking about. We've talked about the word, how the word affects your soul. And now we are talking about your deeds. How does it affect the soul? Whatever you do you really think about the soul? You can eat Gary and be filled, but what did the soul get? It is good that you eat, but did the soul get any share? What makes the soul get a share is the motive behind your eating, the motive behind your comfort, the motive behind your deeds. Because as the Bible says that God looks at the heart, but we look at what the eye perceives. So what the eye perceives is the merit that you are making and all those things. But behind that merit making, what are your motives? That is what gives the soul its attributes in order for it to move. For instance, you have been given some funds to put up a project in an area. Let's take it to be a hospital. And then you look at means not to put up the hospital or to do a shoddy work and keep the rest of the money for yourself. In this case, the hospital is supposed to serve a group of people, but it will not be able to function well to serve the people. At the end, what happens is that if somebody is sick, instead of maybe traveling a kilometer or so, he is now going to travel about 6 kilometers. Maybe the road is not good, so he may not reach the hospital, and whatever catastrophe that is supposed to happen comes in. When that happens, it means that your deeds have created a problem for that group of people. And that is what Jesus talks about. He said that as you didn't do it for my brothers, you didn't do it for me. Yeah. So at this instance, you have failed the soul because your action didn't get on with the soul. So the soul gets no share in these things. However, let us look at something in Matthew 6:19. What does it say? Matthew 6:19 says that it says that store your treasures, or let me read the actual let me read the actual for you. It says that lay not up, I'm reading from King James Version. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth. You see, what Jesus is saying that don't do things that benefits the body. Last time I explained that when we are talking about the earth, we are talking about the body. So the earth here is the body. So he says that do not store treasures for the body, because moth and rust will corrupt it. You see, when you build comfort for the body becomes, whatever you want it to be, at the end, it will be buried. And that is the end of it. Then he continues, he says that, but lay up yourself treasures in heaven. Heaven here is represented by the soul. So when you build treasures, that is the share of the soul. Or when you build treasures, that becomes the property of the soul. No moth will destroy it. So that one, the soul has something that it will carry on. That is an attribute for the soul. So whatever you do, ask yourself, is the soul having a share? Because that is what it will not rot, it will not happen. Nothing will happen to it because it is the property of the soul. And God's property does not get spoiled. But when you do things that does not benefit your soul, then it will only benefit the body. And at the end, the body will be buried. And that is what Jesus is talking about here.
Okay, thank you very much, Uncle Sam. So what are some of the things that we do that the soul can have a share of?
Yeah, Queen. Thank you. You see, Jesus sets the record straight in this respect. He said in Matthew 25, from verse 14, he says that, then the king will say to those on his right hand, come, you blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Why is he saying this? He said, for I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was a stranger and you took me in. I was naked and you clothed me. I was sick and you visited me. I was in prison and you came to me. Continue to the verse 40. He said, and the king, let's say 39, said, when did we see you sick or in prison and come to you? You see, Jesus is saying that what you do to your neighbor is your gate fee, it's your certificate to enter the spiritual realm. According to your deeds, these are the deeds that I'm talking about. Whatever you do, ask yourself, what is the share of the soul? You meet your neighbor, you think, oh, this is an opportunity for me to siphon him. This is an opportunity for me to take whatever I want from him. This is an opportunity for me to disgrace him. This is an opportunity for me to destroy him in all diverse ways. That is what Jesus is talking about. When you do these negative things, it impacts negatively on the soul, and the soul cannot move on. Because the place that Jesus has said is being prepared for him, he has no certificate to travel there. Let's say you want to enter into a university, and the registrar or the administration tells you that the course you want to do, you need this type of certificate. What next? You must do everything to get that certificate. And here Jesus is saying that the certificate that will enable us, or it will enable the soul to triumph in the presence of the king, is what you do to your neighbor. What are you doing to your neighbor at this moment? Is the soul having a share in it?
Okay, Uncle Sam, please can you tell us some of the things we do that benefits the soul?
Yeah. I think this goes back to what I just read. You see your neighbor having a problem, and you can actually assist your neighbor, but you refuse. You see that, let's say you're at an office and somebody comes in to do his documents and you are in charge. So you are being paid, all right? Yet you demand something from that person before you do the work you are supposed to do that you are being paid. That is a pure negative impact, because even that person may not even have money, but because of what you are taking, he has to. What next? Do you think it will impact well on your soul? No. So if you want the soul to benefit, then definitely all that you have to do is to avoid negativities. You get it? In the absence of light, there is darkness.
Yeah.
When light comes, there is no darkness. So if you forgo the negative things, definitely you get positive ones in its place, and that is what will impact well on your soul. So what you do to benefit the soul is what you do without any negativity. Avoid negativity, like getting up in the morning. All that you are thinking about is how do you go and extort money from people. Whichever way, that is a pure negative impact, because you put a burden on that person whom you are taking the money from. You get up in the morning, somebody's letter is in front of you, because that person has not paid anything, you will not sign. That is purely a negative impact. And as I said, in the absence of light is darkness. So when you don't do what will make positive for you, then definitely you are in darkness. So if you don't do the dark ones, definitely they become positive and they impact well on the soul. You are asked to maybe go and donate something to a group of people. Then you hide half of it. Definitely it is a negative act and it will impact negatively on the soul. But when you go and you give it out wholeheartedly, then it's a positive act and it will impact well on the soul. That is light. Things that you do that are positive is what benefits the soul. And the soul, it gives the soul the energy. I told you that these three attributes are the fuel. So you give the soul energy to move on. You see, the soul is asleep. That is a fact. It is asleep. It is completely weak because of the punishment that it has been given. You are to activate the soul. You are to wake the soul up. Your activities will either wake it up or let it continue to sleep. And I'm saying that the positive acts, as Jesus put them, is what will enable the soul to wake up. When you don't do those things and you do the negative ones, you assist the soul to continue sleeping. The impact of your positive acts will definitely wake the soul, whether you like it or not. It will wake up. But there too, there is some, listen, we are learning, we will come to that point. So if you're asking me what activities benefit the soul, I will say that activities that you do without any negative motive, activities that you do without thinking of your personal gains, activities that you do that helps people wholeheartedly, not the one that you do just for the people to see, a showcase. No, here is not a matter of showcase. You go and give something to people. You see, I have given them this thing. Jesus talked about it. Those who stand and play and pray in the corners and other things for people to see them and those things. Jesus talked about it. They don't impact well on your soul. But the modest act that you do with your heart and all the necessary positive impacts or positive assets give you the opportunity for the soul to wake up as it benefits the soul.
All right, this is Ike FM online radio and Ike online TV. You can listen to us on ikefmmodernghana.com and also listen to myradio.com. Our Facebook page is ICK Online TV. YouTube channel is also ICK Online TV. You can contact Uncle Sam's personal line on 0244 622 710. 0244 622 710. All right, Uncle Sam, what are some of, or when your activities impact negatively on your soul whilst it is in slumber, what happens thereafter to the soul?
Thank you, Queen. I think I have said earlier that the soul actually is in prison. It needs to get out of the prison. So, as a book says, I think the Bible, or what it says, "He that is down is fear no fall." Yeah. So, if you don't do things that will let you wake up, then definitely you are doing things that lets you continue to sleep. So, if you do negative things, yes, you continue to sleep. And there are certain things I've been talked about, so I wouldn't like to bring it here yet. We will come to that. So is that the whole thing is that you are not awakening your soul, so your soul will continue to sleep. That is all.
Then please, as you are saying that, you wrap up for us then.
Yeah. Thank you very much. If I'm to wrap up, I'll say that the journey is for the soul, not for the body. Whatever you gain for the body will be buried. But what the soul gains is what it is going to travel with. And that is what you need to start here. There's no other place that you can do it. You can only do it whilst you are alive in this body. So please be careful of what you do to others, as that is the main key to your awakening session in life. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your time. We are grateful. It is very interesting and educative. This is IKFM Online Radio, and the program we just had was on spirituality under the topic Stepping into the Spiritual Realm. This program was proudly brought to you by Ike Multimedia and Ike Electronics. Ike Electronics builds set of spinning machines, power amplifiers, chat speakers, home theaters, FM transmitter, studio branding, and all kinds of electronic system and repairs. Ike Multimedia also offer media school courses like Disc Jockey, 3-month course, radio and television presentation, 6-month course, radio management and marketing is a year course, and electronics engineering for 3 years. All these are diploma courses. You can contact them on 0242 273751 or 0267 112743. I was your host for today, Queen Hadassah Ahiase. If you don't hear from us today, then we call it a day. Our producer and cameraman was Edike Abrantie. Enjoy your day.